Welcome back! Well, we are now in the lower city, and as the people on the upper city have said, it is quite a bit rougher down here. We have witnessed a bit of the gang war between the Jets and the Hidden Becks and the Black Vulkars. And from the little bit we saw, it looks like the Black Vulkars are handily winning, although we still have yet more to see. We also got to check out an apartment complex in which we found a chest with some great armor, as well as a man being hunted down by Davik, whom we got to help out. And also we can level up, which I didn't do in the last video, but I'll go ahead and do so now. We can assign more attributes here at level 4. I believe this is the first time we've done so since we originally customized our character. And as I said, I'll put more into dexterity. Skills, I do want to go ahead and do more repair and more treat injury. Unfortunately, I can't put more into persuade at this point, so I'll have to keep it at 3 for the time being. And we can accept that configuration. You've been granted the following feats this level: Implant level 2 and Uncanny Dodge 1. Let's check out what those are about. I don't believe I read up on what the implants were, but I'll go ahead and do that now. This feat allows use of level 1 cybernetic implants. They can be purchased throughout the galaxy and have a variety of effects, modifying attack rolls, attribute scores, etc. Only one implant may be used at a time. Scouts get this feat for free at first level, which we did. And basically the same thing holds true for level 2, except it's level 2 cybernetic implants. And as you might be able to guess, that has to do with this part of the equip screen right here, where we've equipped ourselves already with a cardio package. And this is an attribute modifying one that adds more to Constitution. We also got Uncanny Dodge. In this one, a character with Uncanny Dodge retains the dexterity bonus to defense even when surprised by camouflaged opponents, and also gains +2 on saves versus grenades. And we've already read up on toughness. I think we read up on these, but in case not, I'm going ahead and showing them here. I don't think... Oh no, we didn't read up on Rapid Shot. I'll mention that one now. This feat allows a character to make an extra ranged weapon attack during the round. Characters suffer -4 to defense while using this feat, and for 3 seconds afterwards, i.e. an enemy attack. They also suffer a -4 penalty to all attacks that round. We won't really be using this because we are going to be a melee character instead of a ranged character, but I want to read up on it because we will be having party members who will have this feat, so I figured it was worth mentioning. And I believe that's it. Oh no, I haven't read up on armor proficiency either. I'll go ahead and go on to medium here. This feat allows a character to wear medium armor. Characters without this feat cannot wear medium or heavier armor. Soldiers receive this feat for free. Wookiees and droids cannot wear armor suits, and that will be something we'll have to deal with later. Okay, so I believe that's all for now, in terms of our character management screen. And also, one thing I should mention here is that when you level up, you automatically recharge your vitality points, which is an awesome thing. There may be times throughout this LP when I'll be waiting to level up, just so I can lose some of my health before I regain it back without having to use a med pack or force powers. And we got Vulkar guards. Let's see. Come on, Karth. What? Let's take care of this guy. These guys are a bit tougher. You asked for this. Okay, thanks, Karth. And this is the entrance to the Vulkar base. This door cannot be opened from the outside. You will have to find another means into the Vulkar base. Well, that is a shame. But then again, it might be a blessing in disguise, because right now we're still relatively not very well equipped. I think we've already looted these remains, but... Oh wait, I don't think we have. These were the remains from the guys who were fighting for the Hidden Becks. Nothing there for now. There's a cantina down there, but it's actually... just trying to think of where I should go first. I think I will go in here for now. Let's talk to the bouncer. Apparently he doesn't have any objection to us just opening the door. Okay. Let's see what awaits us inside. Looks very similar to the previous cantina that we visited. Uriah. Basically, this guy is selling us better Pazic cards than the ones that we got in the basic deck. These are the negative cards and the plus or minus cards that I was talking about earlier. Let's see what he's got. I don't really want to spend money on these right now because, as I said, I don't intend to play Pazic, and there I go pronouncing it differently again. I don't intend to play it that much right now. I do want to show you that there are cards to buy though, but we will be finding some just by exploration, and sometimes they are on bodies of people that we will have to kill. So we don't really have to worry about necessarily buying any right now. And to be honest, I'd rather wait until later because we will find some at cheaper prices, I think. So I won't be bothered with that.
Stranger. My name is Gelrud. Are you a Pazic player by chance? It's so hard for me to find a match now that I've been banned from the Upper City Cantina.
This is the guy that Niklos was telling us about. Let's see what he has to say about getting banned.
A simple misunderstanding. Some of the other Pazic players don't understand the finer points of the game. So what if I win 15 matches in a row? That doesn't mean I cheat. There's no justice. My lucky Pazic deck was confiscated and I was banned from the Upper Cantina. Since then I've been desperate to find a match.
Well, it sounds like he's a pretty shady character. To be honest, like I said, I don't really want to play against anybody right now.
If you're ever looking for a match and you get tired of posturing in the Upper Cantina, just come down here and find me. I'll play you anytime.
Yeah, not particularly interested right now. Uh-oh.
Go away. One.
Oscar, Chiska Nichu, the Hupa Botenia go GGPT.
Ki puna, Kavatumpa ku palea muka bata. Gioka ku tumpa ku palea.
Two.
Giokaku, Kimba Muli Radwanaji.
Dude. Really? Okay, you guys are really dumb.
Three.
No! No!
Wow. I want to talk to this guy.
Go away.
At least like he was able to take care of some of the Vulkars for us, which is always a good thing.
One.
Okay. I see where this is going.
Smart.
This is the reason why I wanted to come to the cantina first. I wanted to see this scene because I always think it's funny. Let's see. Any remains here? I don't think so. I think I'll go clockwise this time around in this cantina. Let's see here. What's in this room? Another room with a hut, it seems. There's a dueling ring down here. This is Zach's. Wait a second. This is the guy that Gurney told us to go to about talking to Davik about the rat ghoul serum. Legal and otherwise. I like the way you put that. Let's just see what he has to say about the rat ghoul serum offer. Ooh, that does sound like a tempting offer. Yeah, this is pretty much why I don't really trust them with it. While that may be true, I care more than just about myself. Let's find out about bounties, because I believe we've actually gotten to either take care of some of these people just by talking to them. In that one guy's case, we faked his death, or we've been able to offer to pay the bounty for them.
I can't see anything wrong with getting rid of people like that, as long as we don't end up on the list of their victims. Okay, I don't know about Davik's special contracts. Justice is one thing, but doing a crime lord's dirty work is something else.
Thankfully, we've actually gotten to take care of all 3 of the bounties that involve Davik. Let's find out about collecting the credits for these. I'm kind of finding it hard to believe that he will just take our word at this when we tell him that we're killing somebody. Thankfully, when it comes to the bounties involving Davik, we've been able to find other solutions rather than just killing them. Let's tell him that Matrix is dead, even though we faked his death. I'm not going to persuade him to give me more, because I don't think he will. Let's go ahead and go for now. Let's see. Okay. What about you? Have you got something to say? This sounds interesting. A little bit of a break from all the intense fighting and searching for Bastila.
돌로방크 원래 오간다 나루 치 그라투로다 보그라시 언니 컴바 진톤 못 주바 로다니다 군.
Well, that sounds cool, but yes, where is her partner? It seems like it's just her and this manager.
카바둠파 쿠팔리아 무카파타 보나나 자쿠 이군 코노 불레마라치코.
Well, that sounds like something that might be fun to try out. Maybe we can help her. Of course, we don't really know how well Kane dances, so I'm kind of taking my chances on this a bit. And personally, I'm a terrible dancer in real life, so I'm glad it's not me in this game.
잔적 불라라 umrao chiska duchi on chubanishka yanki titoke gratun kum shagji locha wana wama kava volpa multi kumuna.
Well, he is right. We have to get her approval first before we can just try to dance with her, so let's see what she's got to say.
Kavadumpa kapalia monapata, bonanakachu, yin kin kun no ba mule rachi kun, ti umpa do punta krita, ak ti kondo ona chabachisa wanki, ti toki grantu conchicha.
Before we offer her services, maybe we should find out why she doesn't have one, in case there's, something we need to know.
Kipuna, bonanakichu. Kin pa mulera dwana, don kin pa no kudnok nek. Kava numpa kumpialia monokata, ranga kun bis kin no moruat. Tangabun shan omnang, wanga kun bis kin pa mularak, choni yun tun gigi either dwana.
So sounds like she's had trouble with other people, so maybe we can bring a little bit of encouragement to her career.
We timembo rang thong. Mulira on shaturing ni patoga wanga chonzi tse. Ika krotu hakujije. Mana tota.
Okay, that didn't work.
Krala bolaji chok. Shontang. Shun kipa unapanka muliri konki.
I don't really want to even know what the Krellian cheek step is.
Tinku ukapa. Topano aska.
Let's see. Let's try this option.
Kin shi kakichin awana wamata. Nishi la chorga kin kun palamona reji. Rundi ichawa tongbola Johnny Ku. Yumawama nibo lora waisha wak.
Ta kumjus tak miki grabul mogo kachichu ita modunga dolbobank wale oganda naru runda di hodunga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching balamule.
Genchopa chawi tichok twis yun kun. Watu yama kama wona henak nek. Bona na kachu. Kicha badwang. Wanga kum kiba bu mulera. Kakin shak nawagawa bakon.
Alright. Let's try getting a bit closer and seeing how this goes. Well,
bis chuponko kokimak banka. Ching para chiska mule tunarana nu prata dun.
Pudu. Tunirama na praka donko searcha. Chupapanki. Bona na kachu. Kicha badwang. Wanga kum kiba bu mulera. Kakin shak nawagawa bakon.
what I was gonna say there before Bib started talking was that at least Kane is a better dancer than Shepard from Mass Effect. Actually, what I want to do here is I want to show you guys a bad example of a dance, because, believe me, this is really hilarious. I don't know if I'd call that a circle. It looks more like a square that he's running around in. That's terrible.
Just don patakasa bunga. Ta kumjus tak miki grabul mogo kachichu ita bodunga. Dolbobank wale oganda naru.
Kavadumpa kapalia monapata. Bonanakachu. Yin kin kun no ba mule rachi kun. Kipuna. Bonanakichu. Kin ba mule radwana. Don kin ba no kudnok nek.
Okay, this time we'll do it right. Okay, I'm definitely not going to do that. I do want to do this the right way. I'm not sure what kind of dance this is supposed to be, where you pump your fist like that in the air. Alright. Feel the music, not feel the force. Yay! We helped her out. That is awesome. Whoops, I didn't mean to skip that. Okay. Thanks, I guess. Don't get too big of a head up there on stage. Okay, well that's nice of her, I suppose. Got to help somebody out. Got to relax with a bit of dancing. You guys have anything to say? Well, I probably stepped all over them by this point.
These are good times for bounty hunters. I've made a small fortune on the bounty Zax has been paying out.
Well, that's good to know. Let's see, what do these folks have to say?
I heard Davik's hired a Mandalorian mercenary to work for him. I didn't know there were any of them left after the Mandalore Wars.
Well, that's certainly interesting.
I told you to leave me alone. So give me some space, Bug-Eye. Your breath smells like bantha poodoo.
Whoa.
Who you calling little girl, Chuba Face?
Ooh.
Just... Quit complaining. You can finish eating later. Besides, you need the exercise, so get over here. You got a problem with me? Then you got a problem with Big Z. So unless you want to take on my furry friend, I suggest you greenies hop on out of here.
Interesting. Let's see what these two have to say. They sound like people that we might be able to enlist in our help against the Vulkars.
Say, I don't recognize you, and I know pretty much everyone in the lower city. You must be new down here. I guess that makes me and Big Z your official welcoming committee.
This is rather interesting, and as the game acknowledges here, for once we have a Twi'lek who is speaking Basic. That's rather rare.
It's not that strange. Most aliens can speak Basic, they just prefer to use their own language. But I grew up here on Terra, so I just sort of got used to speaking the native tongue.
You showed a lot of guts dealing with those Vulkars, kid. You got a name?
My name's Mission Veo, and this big Wookiee is my best friend Zalbar. I'd offer to give you a tour, but the streets down here aren't safe. But if there's anything else you need...
Yes, that is something I'm wondering. How did she meet a Wookiee, and how did she befriend him? I always got the impression that Wookiees were kind of a little bit, well, I wouldn't say hostile, but I've never really seen them together with Twi'leks very much.
We just kind of fell in together. It ain't easy on your own here in the lower city. Everyone's always looking to push you around.
So we noticed. Still, you seem like an odd pair.
When I met up with Zalbar, it seemed like a pretty good match. I knew we could look out for each other. With my street smarts and his muscle, we make a great team.
Well, that's good to know. I'm glad that people are looking out for each other here in these rough times.
Well, you came to the right person. If you want info on Lower Terrace, I'm the one to talk to. Davik, the Lower City gangs. I even got the scoop on that bounty hunter, Calo Nord.
Ooh, I want to find out about that. That guy seemed pretty awesome.
Calo Nord's one of the most famous bounty hunters in the galaxy. He's killed more people than the Iridian Plague. I've seen him kill people just for trying to talk to him.
Yeah, we saw that.
He hangs around Zax's bounty office, but I don't think he's looking for work there. All All the postings there are small time, way beneath the bounty hunter of his caliber. I figure Callow's been hired by Davik to do a special job for the exchange. I'd wager 1,000 credits that as soon as the quarantine ends, he'll be getting off this rock.
Well, sounds like somebody we need to keep an eye on. Let's find out more about Davik while we're on this topic.
Davik's part of the Intergalactic Crime Syndicate, but I guess everyone knows that. But I hear he's got a new ship for his smuggling operations, the Ebon Hawk.
Ooh.
I don't know much about space travel, but I hear that ship's fast enough to break the Sith blockade. Of course, this is all just secondhand rumor.
Where would he keep it, do you know?
If Davik does have a ship, he's got it locked up in his estate. Nobody gets in there, except the people working for Davik and the exchange.
Well, it looks like we might have a possible way of getting off Terrace, although it's going to be quite a long shot if we're able to expect to get into the estate and break into wherever this Ebon Hawk is stored.
There's only 2 gangs worth worrying about here in the lower city. The Black Volkers and the Hidden Becks. Sometimes Zalbar and I hang out at the Beck base. The Becks are led by Gadden Beck. He's a good guy. Lost his sight in a swoop bike accident a few years ago, but even blind, he's a great leader. Not like that traitor Brezhik. Before he took over the Volkers, he was a Hidden Beck. Gadden considered that ungrateful space slug his adopted son.
Yeah, why did this Brejik abandon the Becks?
When Gadden went blind, everyone figured he'd step down and appoint Brezhik in his place. But Gadden figured Brezhik wasn't ready yet. He wanted him to wait a few years. But Brezhik was too impatient. He left to join the Volkers, and ever since, he's been waging a war to wipe Gadden and his Becks from the face of Terrace. This gang war in the lower city is totally the Volkers' fault. They're the ones killing everything that moves out on the streets. It's like they've gone insane.
Well, from what we've seen, that appears to be true. It seems like they killed just about everything on sight, if the Volkers we've seen are any indication. And although we haven't met the Hidden Becks yet, if what Mission says is true, then it sounds like they might be worth visiting. Maybe they'll be a little bit more friendly. Well, that's all we can talk to Mission about.
You going? Yeah, this dive is pretty boring. No action around here. Come on, Big Z, let's go.
Great, Big Z. Always thinking with your stomach.
Can't you think about something besides your stomach for 5 minutes? Come on. We'll go see if there's anything good to eat at the Beck base.
Alrighty. They seem like nice folks. That's always good to see in a place like this. Looks like this is another room for sharing some drinks. Let's see who this guy is here.
Uchua Penki, Tong Tuamaji, Human Act in Ikatune. Ciao Baso, Gino Molirani Dubo, Tonkin Ba.
Yeah, we've never seen a creature like this before. I'm curious to know more about it.
Patoga Yakfuli Kokala Gigi. Tinkuin Koka, Tong Hit Wanaji, Sabkat Agi Inko. Smilia! Tinkuin Koka, Patoga Yakfuli Kokala Gigi. Ki Mulira Kun King. Tong Hit Wama Agi Inko Tune.
Sounds like an interesting concept, a creature with 2 heads, 2 tongues, and 4 ears.
Topa na oto bokasa, pampa ki mulira kun king. Shang wapa chinyo shang. Kimba no kun nik dota. Patisa.
Does he know anything about Terrace?
Uba baska dwana chichopa muska. Kimba ni chaloda kun. Iyuma patmalyo no ish. Chachiska. Topa na oto bokasa.
Yeah, we've kind of noticed that a bit, and that is a real shame. Well, it was good talking to him, though.
Kakincha na wabakaon.
And as we've seen, it appears that this quarantine is affecting quite a few here on Terrace. It really is quite sad. I don't think we can talk to anybody else here. None of these people are clickable. Let's see, have you got anything to say over there?
I can't wait for the big swoop race. I hear the Volkers have a new engine that's gonna break all the records.
Swoop racing, eh? Holden! This is the guy that Dia was telling us about earlier. the one who was making the unwanted advances on her. Let's try talking to him and maybe we can convince him to remove the bounty on her head.
Huh? What? Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. My attention was kind of focused on the Twi'lek dancers. Look at them waggle those head tails. I don't normally go for these alien girls, but I've had some bad experiences with my own species lately. Maybe it's time for a change. Know what I mean?
You know, the way this guy's talking, I can see what Dia means. He is a pig.
You're here about that? I guess Zax must have mentioned me to you at the bounty office. Fair enough. I don't care who takes her out. Just so long as the job gets done. I can't let her get away with what she did. That wench tried to cut me with her vibro blade.
Cut you, maybe, but certainly doesn't seem like she was trying to kill you.
Because she's crazy. She started screaming that I was making advances, and the next thing I know, she's coming at me with a knife.
Yeah, right. Sounds to me like she was defending herself.
Yeah.
I admit I was drunk. Maybe I got a little fresh. But it was no big deal. She didn't have to cut me.
Yeah. Sounds like you got this one coming to you here, buddy.
Hey, you weren't there. She totally overreacted.
Aren't you overreacting just a little bit by demanding her dead?
What? I can't do that. Think how it would look. I work for Davik. I've got a certain reputation to uphold. I can't let her get away with this. There has to be payback. Although, I do feel a little guilty about all this. Dia's a good-looking gal. It'd be a shame to kill her. Tell you what, I'll take 200 credits in exchange for lifting the bounty.
Well, let's go ahead and give him the 200 credits.
Don't worry, I'll stick to my end of the bargain. I'll go tell Zax right now that the bounty is off the table.
Alright, well, we've been able to help Dia. We've also got a journal entry here, and basically this is just telling us that Holden has gone to Zax to let him know, and in order to complete the quest, we have to actually go back up to the upper city and tell Dia the good news. But we'll do that next time we're in our apartments. We've also gotten a new journal entry for Selvin, who is one of the government contracts, one of the more justifiable bounties that Zax was telling us about. We still have not found her yet. And of course there's an entry for Bendak, who we met in the upper cantina. Well, there's not much else to see here. You can actually talk to the dancers, that's kind of funny. Don't believe there's anybody else in here. We can't talk to those two. And I believe that is it for the cantina. There is nobody else here. So we are left to move on to more of the lower city. But we will do that in the next video.